What's good, everybody? My name is Gentleman Jug,
And I'm Son.
and welcome back to another episode of the Gentleman Juggcast. This is episode 64. How you doing today, boy?
I'm good.
We got another movie for you to talk about today, kids. What's that movie, son?
Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider: Spirit of Vengeance. This movie came out in 2012, the same year as the Avengers.
It's coming.
Yeah, I think it's coming up in the pipeline. It is. Okay, we've put it off for too long, but we're not talking about that movie. We're talking about this movie. And this movie is Ghost Rider: Spirit of Vengeance. This movie, boy, cost about $75 million to make. And it made at the box office about $228 million. So it made a couple bucks. Okay?
I mean, it's better than the last few movies.
Now, I don't know how much it cost for advertising or anything like that, but it made a couple bucks.
Hey, I mean, lately it's been nothing, but we didn't even get close to making back what we had.
Yeah. Well, I know that this movie got completely panned by the critics at the time it came out. I actually was thinking the exact same thing until I saw this movie. Let's get into this movie, boy. Okay? This is one of those where, in this particular time, the movies just start.
Yeah.
You know, I'm all about that.
It's not the, oh, look at the opening credits. Oh, look at the flaming skull. Oh, look at devil imagery.
What are you trying to do, like a Macho Man Randy Savage impression?
No.
No, look at the whole entire U-boat of information. I can't do that for that long. Do you understand what happens when you go toe-to-toe with the Intercontinental Champion Macho Man Randy Savage? That's the best I got. Okay. So a motorcycle rides to a castle. It's got our boy Idris Elba playing Moreau. I don't know how popular Idris Elba was at the time. I know he had done a couple shows. He was kind of making his name out there. He's not the big megastar he is now. I think he had already done another Marvel movie before this called Thor.
Hey.
Where he played Heimdall. But anyways, he's here in this movie as well. So he walks into a building. There's some guys there who look real official. They're talking about a kid who needs to be, taken from one place to another. And they need the rider to go and get him. You know, the Ghost Rider. Kablooey! Spec Ops comes in and starts bursting into the castle, just murking fools left and right. Things are going great. And then a mother, who we find out her name is Nadia, being played by, I'm going to say her name, Violante Picadillo.
I mean, it's better than what I could say.
Yeah, so she's leaving with her child, Danny. Danny's being played by, I didn't write it down. We're just going to call him Danny.
Okay.
I'll probably put it up in the video or something where I put his name in there. His actual name. This kid needs to get credit. He was fine in this movie. I don't particularly like kids in movies, but he was fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Nadia and Danny are leaving this castle, and Moreau jumps on his motorcycle and he has to create the thing called action. Okay, things are getting freaking shot at, bullets are whizzing by, pew 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 pew. Just action. It's great. I'm loving it. Give me the action right now. Okay, and eventually Nadia and Danny manage to get away, and Moreau, he ends up falling off of a cliff. While he's falling off of a cliff, he's shooting at a
Car?
I guess an SUV. I mean, it looks cool. I like it.
As he's falling off a cliff, he starts shooting.
Yeah. Then we cut to Johnny Blaze being played by Nicolas Cage, showing us and explaining to us what happened in the last movie.
They love showing that scene where, he's signing his deal with the devil. He's always breaking the glasses. I was like, psh, ah!
Yeah.
Every single
just
time.
bleeding all over the contract and stuff. I don't remember that happening that way, but
I thought he just signed something, and then the guy was like, the guy said, I'll just save your father. He's like, yeah, whatever.
Well, if I remember properly, I think he cut himself on the paper somewhere, and a drop of blood landed on the sign, the place where he's supposed to put his signature, and the devil at that time, he just said, yeah, that's fine, that's cool.
Yeah, I don't remember him breaking a bottle with his hand and
I don't
doing
remember that either, but maybe it did happen. I mean, I'm not going to look it up, but maybe that did happen. Anyways, we cut to Johnny. He's basically waking up, and Moreau comes in and explains to him what's going on. Somehow he knows that Johnny is the writer. The main mission here is that Johnny has to save the boy Danny from the devil, who in this movie his name is Rourke, who's being played by Kieran Hindis. You might know him as Steppenwolf these days.
What that villain? Yeah, pretty good villain.
Yeah, the best.
I would say maybe like better than Thanos.
Like there's like Steppenwolf, and then there's everyone else.
Yeah.
So anyways, somehow he knows Johnny's the writer, so he's got to go to Rourke and make sure that he doesn't got to go to Rourke. He has to make sure that the boy Danny does not get kidnapped by Rourke.
The devil.
Yeah, and if he does save Danny, then they will lift his curse. His curse being the fact that he has the writer in him.
I mean, I guess that's a curse.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how bad that is in him, though. You know, to have another being inside of you.
Yeah, it didn't work out for Phil Coulson.
No, I really didn't. Anyways, Nadia meets some guy. I guess he's trying to proposition her, you know, for sexual escapades.
I'm a businessman. I got money.
I have lots of money. Is basically what he says.
And then a kid just
comes in and cock blocks the shit out of her.
I was like,
but turns out he's also a pickpocket.
I was like, oh.
I got your money, son.
It was a plan. And you never see that guy again.
Well, he was only just a bit character. You could have played him.
Yeah, I guess.
You know, you could have been the guy to proposition somebody with a Russian accent. Give me a Russian accent.
I don't got one.
All right. Johnny is looking for the boy, Danny. I keep calling him the boy, that you're the boy, but you're not this boy. Apparently, because Danny is the son of Satan, the writer can detect him easily. So the writer's got to go get this boy right now, who just so happens to be in the same country that he's in. And guess what? You know, he follows him. He is trying to transform into the writer at his house, and he does, and then he follows him.
I like how he transforms into the writer in this movie. Like it feels more intense than the last movie, or even Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., where like it just kind of happens. And this one's he's like.
I mean, he does make a lot of noises. There's a lot of hard cuts. I don't hate this.
I like how when he transforms, he's like the Hulk. He's like punching walls and stuff. He's like ah.
I mean, he is crazy. You know, and I like this.
I mean, that's what makes it cool. Is like he goes completely insane before he transforms.
Hell yes. It's very intense. At some point in time, you know, the bad guys, we're going to go ahead and say the lead guy's name is Kerrigan. Kerrigan being played by Johnny Whitworth.
We almost called him the other Johnny.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was looking at his name, but... You know, I happen to write his name down, but not the kid who's like the most important kid in this movie. You know, I'm the asshole. It's me. Okay. Anyways, Kerrigan, he starts to beat up on the mother a little bit, you know, and also the kid a little bit too. And then the writer comes out and action happens. And tell me about this action, son.
It's action.
Okay. I was saying, like, literally tell me about the action. It's action. You know, it looks cool.
It's awesome.
It's pretty cool. I like it, you know.
And I was like, this is the Ghost Rider I wanted to see. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah. You know, I like when the Ghost Rider runs up on somebody real quick. That looks cool. I like how crazy he is when he laughs and does his powers and such. It's awesome.
And the penance stairs is like really cool too.
Yeah.
He's like,
but somehow they managed to take him out with a grenade launcher. I don't understand that one.
Like, it's fire.
Yeah, so
and he's made of fire.
Yeah, but he wakes up at the hospital.
Who got him there?
I don't know how he got there, but I guess Nadia is there too. And, you know, of course he meets her and they decide to go after the kid together, and that's fine and everything like that. But we meet the devil, Rourke. Like I said again, he goes by Syrian Hindis, or I'm sorry, Syrian Hines. Hindis. Hines. That's his name. look, him playing the devil here is fine. He wasn't the devil in the last movie. I don't know what made him change, which is weird because when I saw this movie, because I did see this movie in theaters, I was confused. I didn't know that he was playing basically the same character.
Because it seems like a different character. I'm like, you're not Mephisto.
Yeah. Which, I don't know if he was playing Mephisto in the last movie, if the guy was playing Mephisto in the last movie, but in this movie, he was, I guess, also Mephisto.
I think in the last movie, like, they didn't say, like, he called himself the devil, obviously, but, like, I think he said Mephisto's, like, one of the names I would use, and, you know, Lucifer's, like, another name.
Yeah, I guess. Whatever.
But here he's just like, it's Rourke.
Yeah. So, Johnny leaves the hospital with Nadia, stealing a car, and they end up working together. I guess at some point in the time, she managed to get a tow truck, and they put his motorcycle on it.
Why not?
Yeah, sure, why not? Then we get an exposition of Rourke about how much of the devil he is and what he does and how he mastered the art of the deal because in this realm he's weak and so on and so forth. It's fine. You know, it's just told a different way. It's fine. So anyways, Danny wakes up because he's in the back of a car that Kerrigan is in, and he gets, you know, pissed off and causes an accident, and he's fine. Without a scratch. Nothing happened to him. He runs away, the bad guys give chase, and the kid breaks his ankle.
I'm like, oh, okay, well.
You can survive a car crash, but not a freaking 6-foot drop down a thing, but whatever.
It's like, well, you know, I mean, this is a drop here. That was just a car crash. I mean, it blew up. The car blew up after he ran away from it, but that drop right there is no joke.
No, not a joke at all, man. It'll take your life, I guess. So the bad guys recapture the kid. We cut to an interrogation scene with Johnny and some guy.
It's probably my favorite scene in the movie.
I love it. He's like trying to keep the devil in, and the devil wants to get out, but he's like, I want him to stay in. He wants to come out, but I don't want to let him out. But if you don't tell me what I want to know, I am going to eat your soul.
And it's like every time he's talking, like you see like the skull starts popping out. He's like,
just trying to keep it under wraps because he knows.
And he starts laughing too.
Well, yeah, that's what he does every single time, which I do like the fact that, you know, when they made the Ghost Rider a thing in the last movie, he laughed his way into transformation, you know, where it looked like painful, but he still laughed because he's transforming. Here is no different. He's trying to keep it under wraps, and Nicolas Cage is just animated enough to be able to do this.
It's cool.
I like it.
And then I think he finally, like, after he just knocks the guy out, he, like, runs out there and he transforms. And, like, the way he transforms is just, oh, my God.
He knows where the kid is, which the thing is that he knows where the kid is, so he's going there. But he's trying to keep the devil under wraps, but he can't keep the rider hidden. So he starts transforming while riding, and he's just losing his shit, and it's awesome.
He's like, whoa.
Why did people hate this at this point?
He's like, and it just drives off. I'm like, all right. It just gets insane.
Yeah. He gets to this place called the Quarry, and he basically just, you know, just wrecks shop. Special effects is probably the most special effects scene in the whole movie. He turns a lot of things into writer materials, I guess.
Yeah.
I liked it. It was cool to me. What do you think, boy?
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. Once they get past this scene, though, the writer catches up to Nadia and Danny, who managed to escape. And Nadia, she's done some bad things. And the writer is not happy with this. So he's going to try to kill her, but Danny's like, hey. And then he just stops.
He's like, oh, my bad. What happened?
He's like, yeah, but whatever. So there's the plan going forward that he has with Moreau, who hasn't been in this movie for a while at this point. They're going to take him to, I guess, a monastery where they're going to hold out for, I guess, a specific amount of time so the devil can't get him, because the devil wants to take his old body and put it into the young body of a little boy. I said that way wrong. Okay. He wants to take over the soul. No, I don't know how to say this right. Okay.
He wants to take his soul and put it in the young boy's body.
He wants to take his soul and put it in the young boy's body. It doesn't sound right no matter how you say it.
Like, he wants to take his body and put it in the young boy's body. That's how you said it.
Look, it's the idea is that he's gonna control the boy. Okay, that's basically what it is. Okay, he's like, I'm putting my soul into this. I'm done. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. All right. In any case, so Kerrigan decides that he's gonna go ahead and attack. Kerrigan basically died when he fought the Rider at the quarry. So Rourke brings him back to life there
and turns him into the Decayer dude.
Yeah, I don't know. They never said his name, so I just kept calling him Kerrigan.
Like,
apparently, he can decay stuff.
He's like, you decay now. It's funny how they show that. It's like I mean, he touches a person and then he decays, and they just show him like in a truck driving around, and he touches the apple. He's like, oh no.
Yeah, that's apples. Can't eat the apple because it decayed.
Then he grabbed the sandwich like
can't eat the sandwich. It just freaking decayed.
And then the Twinkies.
Twinkies don't decay, boy.
I know.
You knew that.
I know.
Did you know that then?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I just think it's funny that's like they put that in there.
I guess he's gonna subsist on a diet of Twinkies because that's what he can eat. And Twinkies are delicious. Delicious. In any case, Moreau shows up finally, and I guess they decide to go ahead and get to that monastery that's also in the same country that they're in. They get to there. We get to see Raiden.
From Mortal Kombat.
Christopher Lambert is playing him. And
he did not do flips.
No, he didn't do a single flip here, but he did have tattoos all over his face, so I guess that's equal, I guess. In any case,
the only one with tattoos on his face there.
No, there's others. They didn't have as much as he did.
I was like, why does he have so many? What do
because
they mean?
Because of their faith. What, you don't want to have the Bible printed onto your face? Yeah, so the deal was that the Rider gets the boy to safety, and then they will get the Rider out of Johnny. This is how I found out how deep a man of God Moreau is supposed to be. He does communion with him, and then he puts him into a room and gets the Rider out of him, basically.
I don't know how the room works, but there was a bunch of light, and then he fell on the floor, and he went just as insane as he did when he was trying to hold him back. He was like, ah!
And then he was cured, I guess.
He's like, it worked.
Yeah. And while this is going on, Kerrigan shows up and just starts murking monks. Just killing them one by one, just taking them out.
Because they tried to kill the boy because he's not a son of God, is what they said.
No, he's not the son of God, and the plan was that they were going to murk him anyways.
Yeah, but then, Kerrigan just shows up. I'll say it was a cool scene, though.
I didn't hate it. I did not hate it.
I was like, all right. Because
the Rider is no longer in Johnny, this leaves Johnny to have to go and save the boy because he promised the boy that he was going to save him. I promised him, and I'm going to go ahead and save him. Moreau says, hey, Johnny, let's go downstairs and let's go get some weapons. They get down there and they find the guns. Lots of guns. And I guess...
like monks would have.
Yeah, they just have a whole arsenal down there. And at this point, I'm feeling that the movie is dragging a bit. It seems like they're just dragging things out so that they don't have to use as much special effects. But nothing else in the movie was as special effect to me as that quarry thing was.
Yeah.
Moreau begins killing people at this new base that Rourke is at to transfer his soul over to the boy. I could have said that.
Yeah, you know. I
could have said that the whole time.
I didn't have to say put his body in the young boy.
Put himself in the other boy's body. That just okay. The ceremony begins, and
I liked how the ceremony is because they just sit. It's not even there's just people there, and then it's not like there's no fire or anything. They're just sitting there next to each other, just doing some weird sitting dance. They're just shaking all over the place, oh no. I'm just like, what? What is this? It's not supposed to make me laugh, but I was laughing when I was watching. Huh?
What?
He's like, oh,
Okay, well, Moreau starts killing people, and I thought he was a man of God.
Well, listen here. He's a man of God.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And he killed them.
Yeah.
With guns.
But then, Kerrigan decided to go ahead and kill him back, with decay. So
he touched him and he melted. He decayed.
Anyway, so Rourke tries to leave, but the Rider gives chase. And the reason why the Rider gives chase is because, while they were finishing up this whole entire thing with transferring his soul to the boy's body, Danny's like, hey, I'm the son of the devil, right? So I'm going to go ahead and give the Ghost Rider back his powers. And he just screams it into his face. This gives the Ghost Rider back his powers, and he can give chase against Rourke in the daytime now.
I mean, special effects in the daytime?
I know, right? What are the odds? It's not like any other movie at this time was doing that. Avengers. Avengers. But anyways, look, Ghost Rider does things. He kills people. Action happens. Him and Kerrigan fight on top of the car that Nadia is driving, and Ghost Rider wins. He kills Kerrigan finally, and then in all of his CGI glory, then he gets on his motorcycle, flips the car that Danny's in. I thought he was supposed to save his life, but whatever.
He flips the car. It just gets like thrown all over the place, and he's like, "All right, whatever."
Yeah, so Rourke comes out of the car, just dragging his body. I mean, I thought he was the devil, and he'd be fine, but whatever. I guess they kept saying his body was dying, so that's why he needed to get the boy's body. But look,
he's weak in this realm.
He's weak here.
But I'm just wondering, like, if that body dies, does he just have to go back to hell?
That's exactly what happened. The Rider grabbed him with a chain and sent him right back to hell.
He's like, "Go home."
I don't know why the devil is screaming, "No!" I'm like,
you're going back to hell.
You're going back to hell.
It's like, if he sent you up to heaven, then you could be screaming, I guess.
Yeah, but you're not. You're going right to hell.
You're going back to your house, man.
You can step on your own carpet now. Okay. Anyways, so once the kid is back, Johnny, I guess the kid is dead. And Johnny's like, "Hey, I got the angel in me." So and yeah, so he's like, "I can feel his power, and I'm gonna touch him." And he does with blue flames, and I guess this wakes the kid up. There it is. Kid's awake. End of movie. It just ends right there.
He's just like, "You did." He's like, "I can feel him. My name's Johnny Blaze. I'm the Ghost Rider."
No. See, no. Here's a better one. Okay, I'm more of a rider protector. I'm the Ghost Rider, and I can feel the angel because I'm a rider protector. And this movie just hard ends. It's like, he said, like, he just saved the boy. He just sent the devil to hell. Then he saves the boy's life. And then movie's over in credits right away.
That's it. I mean,
that's like a Transformers movie. One shall stand, one shall fall. Da-na-na-na-na-na. You're like, damn.
Or Optimus Prime's like, "Yeah, I just killed Megatron."
Like that. Oh, okay. It's just over now. Look, I don't think this movie is as bad as people were saying that it was.
No.
It was done by the same guy who did the movie Crank, and I like that movie.
Maybe they were just saying it's bad because, Avengers came out.
I mean, Avengers is a high bar. It really is.
It's kind of hard to pass that. I mean, you are a Marvel movie in the same year, but it's kind of hard to pass that.
And Avengers did make like $1 billion, and this one made not $1 billion by a lot. So,
I mean,
look, son, what do you give this movie?
I'm thinking like a 3.
Yeah, I'm in the same ballpark. It's like a 3. Pretty strong 3. This movie is not awful, but it's like, you've seen this kind of stuff. It's just, it's for me, it's cool here.
Yeah.
I don't hate it. I like how the Ghost Rider reacts. I mean, there wasn't enough of him. I actually wanted way more Ghost Rider than we got. But I will say it's better than how he was portrayed in the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and the first Ghost Rider movie.
Yeah. Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. kind of hurts, though.
Well, look, I need you guys to do something for me, okay? Because, like Johnny Blaze says, I need you guys to subscribe because you guys are protectors of the button. Is that what he said?
Yeah.
Sure, I'm going to go ahead and say he said that. So, look, do what he says, otherwise he's coming to get you. And, you don't want him to come after you, okay? You just don't want that. So, like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, And I guess that'll keep the Ghost Rider away, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he's coming to get you unless you hit that button.
He will be in your bed.
He will be in your... He will be in your bed. Okay? You're going to be sleeping, and you're going to get a thirst about you because it's going to be so warm in your room. And then you're going to turn your head, and he's going to be right there. Not talking in his cool Ghost Rider voice. He's going to be talking as Ghost Rider in Nicolas Cage voice. Why didn't you hit the button? All right. Look, just do all that stuff, and he'll stay away from you, okay? And tune in next time, because the next one will be available
When it's ready.